Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome officially to the channel. This is, as you know from the intro, a series where I go into odd game accessories or peripherals the developers made to get us more into the game physically or mentally. Today I have something that's both kind of amazing and a little weird at the same time. What if I told you anesthesiologists found a way to use game consoles, in particular the Game Boy, to deliver anesthesia to patients in order to help them relax before surgery? Yeah, honestly I was surprised on this one, and likely wouldn't have even looked it up or known about it. So everyone thank Aries the Child for mentioning this one on my biosensor video and getting me to dig into the Pedisedate. Now this might seem like a rather odd and somewhat creepy device. I mean, just thinking about it is a little creepy if you look at it the wrong way. But this wasn't designed by some odd guy in his basement. This was actually funded by the NIH, the National Institute of Health. That's right, Dr. Jeffrey Hart, a Boston area anesthesiologist, received a $1.8 million grant from the NIH and the Albert Einstein Society in order to work up the prototype with the idea of helping children especially relax while they were being gently put under sedation before going into surgery. In fact, it's often shown in the center of the triangle with three words around it: distraction, comfort, and sedation. These three words are very important to the concept. Give the patient something to distract them, in this case a Game Boy, make them comfortable while they play the game, and then slowly over time sedate the patient. The concept has merit when you look at it. Children are often a bit young to understand major surgeries, especially at the ages 3 to 9. It's easy to be overwhelmed and panic. Giving them something like this, that's more like a game, well, that just makes sense. You give them something familiar like a video game and make them comfortable. This allows them to relax. Then the headset can do what it needs to do. However, how does this thing work? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Now, the details on this are, well, sketchy is the best word that comes to mind. But by looking over the device, it actually seems kind of simple. You'll notice on the headset it has what looks like a normal headphone jack. And if my theory is right, you'll plug this into the Game Boy and let the kid play the game. The headphones are just that, headphones. They work like any other pair of headphones, doing nothing really revolutionary. The part that goes over the nose is where the rest of the research went in. Just like when you'd have a mask pushed over your nose and be asked to breathe deep before you would go into surgery, this would effectively do the same thing. Slowly, while the child would be playing a video game, this part would deliver a slow dose of anesthesia gas, commonly not nitrous oxide. Now, I know what you're saying, $1.8 million had to have had more than just a pipe and a nose cover, and you'd be right. The system would monitor the breathing of the patient continuously as it distributed the anesthetic. Now, this didn't just work with a Game Boy. It can actually work with almost anything that would work with a headphone jack. The funniest thing about this is it came in around 2009, and while it's shown with a Game Boy, there's no reason it couldn't work with a PSP, a Switch, heck, it could work with a Steam Deck if you really wanted it to. As for influence, well, I've never seen or heard of this technology being used anywhere else, so I'd have to say no. It didn't have any kind of influence in the greater scheme of things. However, it's kind of new in the grand scheme of things, having only come out in 2009. But what do you guys think of this one? Are any of you a fan of this little oddity? Did any of you ever have a kid that used one of these before surgery? Did you ever use one while being sedated? Let me know in the comments. However, for now, thank you so much for watching and spending part of your day with me. If I could ask you for one more favor, please leave this video a like. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. It really does help me out. For now though, thank you once again, and until next time, happy gaming.